Thanks for staying with us. So this recent information that we got from the NCC concerning our NIN numbers that has to be connected to our SIM cards. And if we don't do that by December 30th, we'll be disconnected. So we have with us this morning Honorable Akeem Adeyemi. He's the Chairman House Committee on Communications, and he has the oversight functions over the NCC. So he'll be sharing with us this morning on his thoughts. Good morning, sir. Are you there? Ooh, we just lost that connection. Okay, so we'll try to bring him on quickly. But we were talking earlier, I think you were saying something during the break, that they already took our data when we had the SIM, when we had to register the SIM. So doing SIM registration is almost the same thing asked when we're having the NIN registration. So why can't they sync it? I mean, so that was my first question to him.
Yeah, I just feel that we need to do more in terms of database. It seems to me like we're going backwards every time we call for things like this. Because instead of us to be finding ways to ensure that we make all of these activities seamless, the world is going digital right now. Everybody is using technology. Even a little child can know the functions of technology and can use it for their everyday life to make things easy. But when it comes to government and government policies and decisions, we go back to analog age. When are we going to leave this? It's very... Right now, I can't even remember where my own NIN is. I don't know where I kept that slip. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So all my lines now, and this is even the wrongest time because we are doing businesses. The CBN has done their own. We're suffering it now as business people. Now we may be losing our lines in the next 2 weeks if we don't find an NIN number. I think we should calm down.
Okay, so I'm told our Honorable is back.
Be calming down,
Honorable Akeem Adeyemi, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you on the show. So we woke up to the news that the NCC might be cutting off our lines if we do not provide our NIN registration numbers. Are you aware of this update from the NCC, and why is it necessary at this time, especially because the data they're asking for is already provided by the SIM registration? So why do we need to sync this?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's the policy of the federal government, the Ministry of Communications and the economy. It is necessary not only to have a robust community.
We're having trouble hearing you it's a bit muffled. Can you move somewhere else, please? So our connections are not even clear, and this is Nigeria. I mean, there's so much we're going through in this country. But yeah, your initial thoughts when you...
Just that would be my question too. And it just also goes to show that every time we've talked about, because we're saying this is because of the insecurity in our country and this is a way to fight terrorism. So it makes me wonder that so all this time, you did not have the sort of intelligence that you needed to have to follow people on their phones or their number to trace them. We're doing it now.
No, I think give us some credit here.
Okay, I'm listening. I would like to hear.
I don't know. I think because I know somebody who was kidnapped.
Yes.
And it's these same phone lines they're using to contact.
So if we already have enough information to do that, why are we doing it in 2 weeks? And if you don't do it in 2 weeks, you lose your line. So what exactly are you telling us?
We really need to get the contact back, because we actually tried to get somebody from the NCC, but because it was a short notice, they couldn't attend to us. So we're hoping that the Honorable we can reconnect with him. I mean, so security, we all agree there's heightened insecurity in our country, and the government will take all measures to try to see what they can do to know every person, to be able to trace. You know how you go abroad now, you have a social security number that they can trace your entire, even your shoe size.
I thought we were supposed to have that with the NIN and the BVN. I thought we were supposed to have that.
So they want your phone, because your phone is like that. Is almost the easiest way to link with you these days. So it's important to link your NIN with your phone number.
As usual, we'll just have the conversation. We'll hear government try to explain itself around why you cannot have a database that they can just have access to. We'll hear it, and then you and I would say to them why they should do it differently, and then we hope something comes out of it. Then we see after the 2 weeks exactly what would happen then, if they will really stop people from using their phones, because many people will be involved. Apart from that, I do know that there are some people that are still struggling to get those NIN numbers.
Yes.
You would go there, there are many stories of you have to pay some people, that there are long queues, or you get there, the process is divided into different segments. You go in today, you're supposed to come back to get the NIN number, then you're supposed to come back to get,
I think our Honorable is back. Sir, are you back? Are you there?
Honorable Akeem Adeyemi, I'm here.
Okay, please go ahead. Tell us exactly what this new policy is about and why we're having it at this time.
Yeah, thank you very much. An agency of the federal government of Nigeria, called NCC, is under the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. NCC is saddled with the responsibility of giving each and every Nigerian a digital identification. The Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, through the Nigerian Communications Commission, has issued directive to service providers to ensure that each subscriber has and his or her name number is linked with his SIM card. The simple explanation of this is simple. It's this. Are you with me?
Yes.
There's a unique digital identification number for each Nigerian. And now, if I, Akeem Adeyemi, is having a Glow line, an MTN line, an Airtel line, all this, my SIM card will be linked with my unique digital identification number that is named. Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
This would definitely improve the security of Nigeria. Nigerians are yearning for the security improvement. Nigerians are yearning how to curb criminality. We are wondering how come kidnappers and other criminal elements in Nigeria are having access to multiple numbers, transacting criminal business via telecommunications. How can we curb this? So if anybody use any number after this registration, after this linking with names, they will know, they can trace with your identity number who is the number to call. Definitely, I can understand Nigerians are clamoring for the time limit for this registration. I want to assure you, as the people's representatives, we will ensure that after the 2 weeks expiration directive given by the Communication and Digital Economy Ministry, there will be a kind of extension to the time lag. It's a good policy. We are still scrutinizing it, and I can assure you that if this is put in place, security network in Nigeria will not only be improved, it will be bring to barest minimum kidnapping and also other vices that you can mention.
All right. Thank you, Honorable. We are happy that our government is looking for ways to better secure us. But let's talk about the logistics, please. We're talking the logistics. We're talking 2 weeks, so we're looking at queues. People going to...
Also, the ministry has directed all service providers to be an agent of NCC. So you can even get your NIN number at the service provider you are using. You can approach the MTN, Airtel, Glow, and also 9 Mobile. They have been linked as to serve as agents of NCC. So you don't need to be at the NCC offices across Nigeria to get your name. You can also get your name, that is the unique digital identification number, at all the service providers.
So it's
COVID-19 pandemic regulation and guidelines will be followed.
Okay.
All these put in place definitely will still call for an extension of the time lag.
Okay.
I can assure you.
But it involves being physically there, right? Does it involve...
There's need to set a time lag so that we can all be focused to achieve this, not only for ourselves, but to Nigerians at large.
Okay, I'm happy that we can, approach our service providers for the names. Why isn't it technologically based? Why do we have to approach them? Can't we use like a USS code or something and get it sent to us?
You see, all these things we are talking about cannot be free. We just need to understand that some Nigerians are not that ICT sophisticated. We need to understand that some of our villagers, our market women, our farmers are also using telephone. We can't make it so sophisticated and they will be disenfranchised.
Okay, that is fair, but is there a category for those who can do it and then a category for those who cannot? So that, To the best of
my knowledge, if you are holding the SIM card, you must be linked with your name. It's not exclusion of any category for now.
Okay. All right. So
Nigerians can come up with their suggestion. We are running democracy.
Okay.
We are for them. We will engage them on a daily basis. As I'm talking to you today, we will consider the budget proposal of NCC for year 2021 on the floor of the House of Representatives today. So we are taking any legislative backing to ensure that Nigerians not to the economy of Nigeria. As a legislator, we want to assure you, and we also want to let Nigerians know that any policy like this is not to cause hardship for them, it's for the betterment of the entire nation.
Honorable, do you have any data of terrorists or kidnappers that have been accosted based on tracing?
I am not a security agency. I cannot have access to data of criminals and kidnappers.
Okay.
I can't have access to that data.
Okay.
May I suggest, sir, that in the future, because, you know, when I hear you saying that we need to pay attention to people who are not technologically savvy, I just feel that you are sort of taking Nigerians back, because I know that even our grandmothers and great-grandmothers, they have their children who can help them type in. They use all of those codes to transfer money from one account to the other. They have people around who can help them. So that if we start thinking digital, everybody will catch up at the end of the day. So for the future, sir, I would appreciate if you make plans for us to go digital. You forget about those other ones. They have family members who would help them sort it out so that we are moving forward as a country.
That is the reason we are joining other developed nations to have a unique national identity that will be linked to your SIM card, and I can assure you in the near future, this will also be linked to your driver's license and it will be linked to other identifications. I can assure you that. We're getting there. We will get there.
Yeah, but it's important that you understand what BC just said. The idea that we have to go physically. Hello? Can you hear me, sir?
Analog.
The idea
I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, the idea that Nigerians have to go there physically is what BC is talking about. So she understands that right now we have to go to our service providers or go to the NIN office. But there is a way actually, because those people who are actually very poor do transfer money. They are able to transact, go to a POS. So there are other forms. So she's just having you to pay attention
to the methods.
That we can actually make this more modern so that people don't have to go physically there, because that causes a lot of disruptions. We had a stampede recently. Yeah. These are things that we must really foresee, don't you think?
Your points are noted. Okay. We will still engage the officials of the Nigerian Communications Commission today. Right. I can assure you we'll have a robust discussion. Anything that will make this thing an itch-free and also less hardship to Nigerians will be put forward. I can assure you that.
Thank you.
Okay, just very quickly, I'm just also concerned about how safe it is to get your NIN from your service provider. Some of this information are supposed to be quite private to you, so other people do not have access to it. Could you shed more light on that?
You see, thank you very much. You see, even if somebody has access to your unique digital identification, it does not matter to some extent, because your facial and also your fingerprint and et cetera, will be included. Okay. So I can assure you that a lot of things we put in place. We are engaging the ministry. All these questions have been asked them, and you've provided some satisfactory explanation and answer to this.
Thank you very much. We have to let you go at this time.
We just need. Okay, let me ask you one question. How do you feel? Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
How do you feel if a Nigerian is kidnapped, and imagine kidnapper having access to SIM card, calling for ransom, and it's practically to track and trace the caller? You see, if you are talking about security has gone digital, and we need to go digital along to track, to reduce the crime rate in this country.
We agree.
So that's our song here. We sing it all the time.
Just the method.
Thank you very much.
We are your voices. I can assure you, we are Nigerians. I might be chairman of House Committee of Communication today. Tomorrow, I am ordinary Nigerians. So I cannot, for any personal interest, disappoint Nigerians, because
I think
after
you
the
should
expiration of my
actually
tenure, I want to be Nigerians.
I think you should be a spokesperson for the federal government, because you have a way with words and how to encourage. Because with those who are speaking on behalf of our federal government, we don't hear them like this.
Don't hear them.
Thank you very much,
Honorable.
Thank you. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we discuss COVID. Stay with us. We'll be right back.